Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Ayutthaya. And what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at an old historic temple that's right here just south of the old island of Ayutthaya. We're going to take a look at Wat Bang Kacha. It also has another name called Wat Mai, which means the new temple. And the reason why is because Bang Kacha, whenever this was the temple under that name, it kind of fell into disrepair, and so the locals came back in here years later and fixed it back up, and then they gave it the new name of Wat Mai. Anyway, it's right here at the confluence of two of the rivers, so two of the three that circle the old city island. We're right here at the confluence of the Pasak and the Chao Phraya River. Right here behind me is where they had what they called the whirlpool market. It was a floating market right here. It was also the harbor where ships would have came up the Chao Phraya, and they would have anchored here, dropped off their goods into the city, and then would have left to go back out into the Gulf. Anyway, let's walk through here. I'll show you kind of what the area looks like, and then we'll go look at the old temple, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. Yeah, the location here back in the old days was a vital part of the city. Right over there is one of the fortifications that was around the island. That's the Phet Fort. It's one of the only two that still has any shape to it, and it would have been really important. I think that was designed by the Portuguese. And then right over here, that's the Pasak River that goes up that way, and you can see the Wat Nang Kui up there, and then you got Wat Phanan Choeng, which is a fantastic temple. It's right on the other side. And all of that over there is the city island. So it's kind of popular. People will go and they'll circle around the island on these little boats. It's kind of cool. It's a nice little thing to do. And then we got another pier over there for that temple. And then you can see these are one of the boats that people will take on the cruises. And the temple we're going to look at is right up this way. You can see you got a couple little salas here, more of the boats. You got the tugs and everything else that you'll see going up and down the river. And then some of the smaller boats that the people use to commute around. And then they got a couple like little restaurants and stuff over there. So the Mai Nam Chao Phraya, that's the name of the river here. Mai Nam means like the main river. And then here's one of the salas so people come and sit. Now this temple dates back to the early Ayutthaya. The early Ayutthaya period was 1351 up till the middle of the 1400s. There's one little ubosot building that's still, it's kind of a weird layout. It's north-south instead of east-west, and it's on the other side of the chedi that's in here. And then the new hall that's been built on the ruins of the old one. And over that way, that's all the new stuff. These are the kutis for the monks. And that's the head monk's residence over there, bell tower, and then places here for various ceremonies and stuff like that. We're not going to look at it. We don't want to see the new stuff. We want to see the old parts of this temple. Here's the old wall. That's kind of a cool gate that's around it. And then you see it has a couple of small chedis and then the giants that are over there. And it looks like they're building something new over there. Well, actually, I see what it is. That's for banners. They have that concrete wall, and they'll hang the banners up there. And you can see the gate that would have brought you in. Yeah, this is really quite a nice gate. I'm sure this was restored fairly recently, but there would have been 4 gates like this around this temple complex. And you would have just came in here. It's really quite tall. And then this is the new building. So what's cool about this one here is it was built on the footprint of the old building. The old building collapsed down and they came back in and they built a new building on the inside of it. So you can still see the footprint, but it has a new building on top of it. And over there they have a kind of a shrine building with a big face. And then you see it has 2 seated images. And then it has kind of an interesting looking Naga style. And then they incorporated these little plates. Now you'll see a lot of temples that will have the little pieces of tile and ceramic plates and stuff like that. And then these here are kind of like the like the lotuses or the lily pads. But yeah, where you see all of that is the Chinese junks that would have came in and would have traded. When they were empty, they put these little pieces of plaster and everything and used it as ballast on the boats. And then they would have unloaded it and then loaded up the goods to take to export to China. And so this was just all junk, and the Thais put it to good use. So this is the inside. So this hall here is a new building, and you can see how tall it is. The old Ayutthaya buildings wouldn't have been this tall. And it's built on the footprint. We'll look at I'll show you the foundation after we leave here. But it's quite nice. I like the use of the tile. They have a Buddha footprint here, and the old man monk statue, and then the Buddha image. So this would have been Ayutthaya era. And I don't know when this temple was originally constructed. They just say early Ayutthaya, but this building is a new construct. You can see these are little Buddha Sima stones, and they've came in and painted the Buddhist imagery on it. And then they've carved these right here. These are kind of nice. And then you have the place over here. This is where the monks will sit when they're doing the ceremonies. So the monks will sit over there, do their chanting, and all the people will come in and pray and do all of that. And then this is the main image here. So it's facing towards the east. And then you see these here, these little slits. This is a styling that you would have seen in the early Ayutthaya. But this is all new. This has been redone. And then you can see behind the Buddha all the angels and all the imagery and stuff. And then the umbrella. It's kind of cool. It has little Buddhas up there. And then you see the top of the columns have the lotus flowers. And then it has that wood up in the top. And then some more imagery up there. Yeah, this is a really nice building. This is a quiet temple. It's not far from, the historical park, but tourists don't come over here. Even though you could see the island from here, and that Phanom Choeng across the way, that one there is a place where tourists will go. It's one of the top 5 temples probably in Ayutthaya. That one there, I think they charge now foreigners like 50 or 100 baht to go in there, while this temple is free. So we can see the gate that we came in, and you can see the crystal wall or the glass wall. That's what separates the holy or the sacred part of the temple from the earthly realm out there. And we have a bunch of chedis all through here. Little shrines set up around these. You got a thing there to separate the rice from the husks, and then some more shrines and stuff like that. Now, what I was talking about is how this was built on the original footprint. This is the base of the building, and you can see how they added the columns. And then the old original wall is right back here. And then you see some more stuff, like here's an old head from a Buddha. And they've actually put that up in the tree to get the tree to kind of wrap around it. And then this is an old relic here, and an old one of the tablets and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Some of the old Buddha heads, and then a Ganesh, and then you can see right here. So that's the new building they built on the footprint, and then the original back wall of it. And you can see how they kept the styling. Can't remember exactly what they call these little slits. These are faux. Some of them will be open. These had a little opening at the top. Oh, that's really cool. And then they have like a part of a sandstone Buddha here. And these are new images that are sitting behind this Wee hand. Those are like colonnettes or something like that. I can't remember. Balustrades, something like that is the terminology. And then a couple more of the old images. And then right behind you have a small reclining Buddha. And then check out the chedi. The chedi is really, really, really nice. It's kind of hard to get a good look at it because it's just kind of shoehorned in here between the two buildings. But it has been restored and it's in really nice shape. And you can see they wrapped the cloth around, and it has the redented corners on it So the Ayutthaya styling. And the bell up the top is kind of a Sri Lankan style. And then they have some more of the Buddha fragments and stuff like there, some sandstone Buddhas. You can see just kind of what's left. I just got them kind of sitting over here. You can see there's the hands, and then you got like a torso of a small one there, and various parts, heads and everything else. This is a nice look at the side of that wee hand that we first looked at. So you can see all the angels, has a naga with like an elephant tusk. It's kind of interesting. And then you can see the old original wall and then the foundation that they've built back up on top. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I like the use of the windows. It's kind of modern style, yet it still has like an homage to the original styling. And then right next to it is that huge chedi. And then the third thing here on this is this small little ubosot. And this is what I was talking about, how it's north-south aligned. You see how the porch is here? The way it should be is it should be turned a quarter of a turn further. And it should have been facing that way. So it's kind of an unusual layout that you don't see in these temples. So we got a temple cat over here, guarding the front of it. Now this is the old original building. This is the one that dates back to the 1350s or so, to the early Ayutthaya. And this is where the new monks, the novice monks, are ordained. And it's locked up. I've never been able to get inside of here. Now they used to have this open all the time. And the last time I came over here a few years back, they explained that they have to keep it locked up now because there were people in the neighborhood that were coming in here and stealing some of like the artifacts and the old Buddhas and stuff like that and selling them for drugs. So now they just have to keep it locked up. And I've never been able to get the head monk to come over here. He's the only one with the keys. And today it's locked up and there's nobody around, just me here. You can see all the Buasima stones. Those are what marks the perimeter of the monk's influence into the world right there. And you can see the styling. This is such a fantastic little building. It is exactly what you picture an Ayutthaya temple building to look like. So all those ruins you see on the city island that are just down to the base, this is what it would have been like. So it has 3 windows on each side, no windows back here behind the Buddha. And then you can see it just has the 2-tiered roof and then the small little porch on the front. And then all those buildings that you see that just has kind of a little bit of the columns and stuff like that. If you could kind of picture in your mind that building, that's what they would have looked like. And then this chedi belongs to this ubosot. And then the wehan on the other side is the new one. But it is the normal configuration as far as it being in between the 2 buildings. This is just a little bit cattywampus. It's turned north-south instead of east-west. What a great chedi this is. Okay, so that's pretty much everything there is here to see at this temple. You can see the outer wall, this new building with the lotus flowers at the top of the columns, or this is the old one, but it's been restored and it's in really, really nice shape. And then the chedi still has the little umbrella at the top, the fanal. Oh yeah, that's really cool. It's a narrow like bell, so that's definitely another earmark of early to middle Ayutthaya. And then you can see the new hall over there that has all the new styling, but still has the old wall. And then there's quite a bit more here underneath these little trees. If you want to come out here and look at the old Buddha relics and boats and various little shrines and stuff that they have out here. Like you can see this old Buddha right here. And then there's another small standing one behind. So they have quite a few of the old artifacts just kind of laying about for the Thais to come over here and pray as a little shrine. That's the whole thing. This temple here is really a nice style. And you can see how it's cut kind of the prow of a boat sticking out of the back right there. Yeah, really cool. Just a small little temple, but still fun. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this Wat Bang Kacha, or Wat Mai. This is a nice temple. It's one that most people don't know about. I've been to here many times. I've always been trying to get into that old ubosot, but I've never been able to. I've had my wife asking around. Nobody has the keys except for the head monk, and I've never been able to find him to come over here and open it up. So that's my goal one of these days. Hopefully I'll do it. But we got to see everything else here. We got to see the new hall, we got to see the chedi, and take a look around at the area. It's just south of the historical park and the main city island. So if you come over here, you can get to it by a boat. If you do the canal tour around the island, you can have them stop here and take a look at it. Or if you have the tuk-tuk that you hire, they can bring you over here as well. But it is a little bit out of the way. You have to go down to the south. It's probably like 15 minutes away or so by motorcycle from like the train station. So it's definitely doable. And if you like kind of these historic temples like this, that's kind of away from the crowds, then this is perfect. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you've been here, let me know in a comment down below. Or if you know more about it, I would like to read. There's just not a whole lot, written about it because, like I said at the start, all this records were lost whenever the city island was burned by the Burmese in 1767. So if you know more about it, then let me know down below. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And from over here in Ayutthaya, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.
Planning a trip is always stressful, but Yesem takes one of the stresses out. Open the Apple Store or the Google Store, search for Yesem, install the app, and then you can search your plans. They have regional, they have country specific, or they have worldwide, and you can have pay-as-you-go plans as well. Installing the app is super easy. First-time users use the code ENDLESS25 with a capital E, and it will save you up to 20%. It takes about 3 minutes. Just follow the simple instructions. You can activate the plan immediately or upon arrival. Then all you simply do is open up the settings, turn your line off, turn Yesem on. You can check your balance at any time through the app. And then when you're at the airport, just simply walk by all of the eSIMs and enjoy your holiday.